world. How goes it? Today we are talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let's do it. So Obi-Wan Kenobi, was it good? Yes, it is amazing. This will be a review on episodes 1, 2, and 3. So, I love this show, but there are a few things I need to point out. Right off the bat, what I loved about this show. The visuals are amazing. The costumes are sick. And I like the story so far. Spoilers ahead if you have not seen it. Just telling you now. I like how they go into the after everything happens, after Order 66, after right after Kenobi and Skywalker have their breakup. Now they have to deal with the after, and you can see a lot of the pain on Obi-Wan's face, and a lot of the regret and the shame of what he's done is just kind of set in on him. He's just kind of become kind of sad, actually. And I hate to see it. I feel like they went this route with Luke. I didn't like it there, and I don't really like it for Ewan McGregor's character all that much. You just kind of making him crap. Now I know eventually that's how he kind of ends up. He ends up as a hermit and all this other stuff. But why does a Jedi need to be so pathetic? I don't know. I still love this character. I like this story so far. It's really good. Love the Inquisitors. I think they're amazing, and I think it's really cool to see. Love that they brought James Earl Jones back to do the voice of Vader, who is ridiculous, by the way. That was another thing. They kind of showed how much strength Vader has had, or how much he has grown as Ewan is kind of fighting with everything he's got, or Obi-Wan is fighting with everything he's got, and Vader's just kind of fighting one-handed, just kind of like handling him a little bit. So, yeah, those are the things that I absolutely loved about this show. I love that you get to see Rex, or at least one of the clones. Yeah, I think that's going to absolutely probably do it with all the likes. I think it's beautiful, and it's definitely worth a watch. I am 100% vested. I'm watching it with my son, and he's digging it too. So, yeah, love it. Keep it going. Now, for the stuff that confused me a little bit. Thing one. So, why is there a Karen in space? What do you mean, Smitty Snippets? Well, here you go.
That way, when you reach for anything, you think of us.
You have no rights here. We're not under the Empire's...
You mean to tell me you didn't know what an Inquisitor was going to do for some back talk? Huh? So you know what these people are capable of. You think you're just going to walk away and go home after saying some shit like that to an Inquisitor? No. No. You lucky you only lost your hand, Karen. Huh? You got to zip it around them Inquisitors. Okay? Thing two. I saw this happen 3 times. 3 times this happened. And I don't understand how this is happening. Is there a portal in this world? It started with it happened to Leia. It happened to Leia twice. Okay? She's running through the forest, which I will get to in just 1 minute. She's running through the forest away from where she's being chased, right? And all of a sudden, the last guy who was in line to chase her is now in front of her. How is that happening? Now I can kind of understand that maybe a little bit, because she's a little girl, and maybe he just outran past her and everything, and they just kind of met. So I kind of looked past that one a little bit, but I was like, this doesn't seem right. But okay. And then it happened again. But this time, it happened with Obi-Wan as he's fighting Vader and runs away from Vader. And then Vader shows up and turns his lightsaber on, and he's 20, 30 yards in front of... How? How are you in front of him? How are you doing this? What sorcery is this? One of you is going to say the Force. I know. I already see it. I already see it right now. Some of y'all going to say the Force. While we're at it, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. I don't know why I keep forgetting to tell people this, but like, share, subscribe if you enjoy the content. I'll bring more to you. And yeah, let's continue on. The third time, and this was the most egregious. The most egregious. And this had two problems with it. One, Leia is in a tunnel, okay? And the third sister found the tunnel. How? I have no idea how she found this tunnel, okay? How in the world did you find that there was a tunnel there and the key to open it? Like, how did you do that? Leia's running through a tunnel, and the stepsister, who has got to be at least a quarter mile behind at this point, okay? She was running through that tunnel when Vader was still trotting down the thing, just trotting down the lane. She hadn't even found a room yet. But third sister, not only did she find the tunnel, she was able to get past her somehow and kill everyone Leia was supposed to be leaving with. And how? Dude? Seriously? How's this happening? What's next? Rex. Not a huge problem. Not a huge problem. I keep calling him Rex, but he's a clone. My issue with the clone is you, sir, were a part of Order 66. Okay? How is it you are allowed to survive right now? Like, everyone knows it was you. You all have the same face. Okay? What is happening here? How are you able to just sit in the street and ask for money right now? How's that possible? I don't know. I just thought that was... You think somebody would be upset a little bit. Especially Obi-Wan. My next slight issue is the amount of conveniences that just seem to take place. Just anywhere. Obi-Wan got a tip to come to a certain spot on a certain on a certain planet, right, where he was supposed to be picked up. Not only was that not true, but he had to get on a transport and get inside of a gate just to meet that person, who I don't think knew. I mean, maybe she knew he was coming. I don't know, but that just seemed like, what are you doing out here? You're supposed to be out in the field somewhere picking us up. So I don't know, and that brings me to my next point, which made no sense to me at all. They got picked up. He's on the back of this truck. He's on the back of this truck, and he is driving. He is with someone who is driving him somewhere. Okay, they're just looking for a ride to Tulin. I think it's Tulin or something like that. On their way, they picked up 4 stormtroopers, right? 4 stormtroopers. What are those stormtroopers doing? They're out looking for a Jedi and a little girl. Who is sitting in front of them? A Jedi and a little girl. Who the fuck are you looking for? Do you have a picture? Do you have a picture? Like, even, how is this, how are you able, he's done this like 3 or 4 times. Who is, like, how is this happening? Did anyone run off Xerox copies of picture of Obi-Wan so that they know what he looks like? He's even wearing Jedi robes, for God's sake. He's wearing robes. He's with a kid. you have a picture of his face? He's right there. Not a big deal, but kind of, sort of, a little bit. It just made me go, what? No, that can't be. When the third sister was trying to find Obi-Wan, she was explaining that Vader had been looking for him for a while now. And then the fear and the anguish, the all of that came over his face. And then she said, "Oh, you didn't know. He didn't die. He survived." Obi-Wan doesn't know who Darth Vader is. Not yet. He has no idea. Okay? He has no idea who Darth Vader is. He has not met him. As far as he knows, Anakin died. He had no reason to believe that Anakin was still alive. None. So saying the name Vader made no sense. He could have just been like person 3 or 5. He does not know the name Vader. So that didn't make any sense to me. Right after she said he didn't die or something, then I would get it. Maybe he kind of picked up on it. Maybe they were speaking telepathically and he was feeling her the same way that she was running through his mind or something like that. So that's not egregious. I'm not, you know, I don't know. But yeah. I did have one more thing. The fight with Vader. So I'm constantly like, when you have a issue with characters who are very strong, then I believe that you've written yourself into a corner, because when you do stuff like able to move things with your mind or with your hands, and then later when you're in a situation where you could do that and they don't do that, then you're like, why? So I'll give you the example. So Vader has poured over some molten something, I don't know, but it explodes into a fireball, right? There's fire on the ground, and he drags Kenobi into the fire using the Force. When he's had his fun and his fill, he puts the fire out with the Force, and he throws Kenobi, and then he instructs one of the stormtroopers to bring him to him. Sir, you have that power. You have that. Like, you own that power. Could you just drag him over? We'll pick him up. Not only that, but then someone on a mountaintop, the person who was helping him, shoots the fire can again, releasing more fire. And then a loader droid goes and grabs Obi-Wan Kenobi and then leaves because Vader's stuck on the other side of the fire. What? Sir, you just put the fire out a minute, literally a second ago. Do it again. Or you could just reach through the fire with your Force thing. Just reach through and grab Obi-Wan and bring him to you. I don't know how that stopped Vader just then. I don't know how that stopped Vader just then. But I love the show. So I don't want it to come off as I'm not enjoying the show or that I'm not liking anything I'm seeing. I love the show. I think it's phenomenal. There are just a few inconsistencies, and I'm an asshole, so I point them shits out. So, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for hanging out with your boy. And, yeah, my next one will be Top Gun. So, hope to see you in that one. Cheers!